Good evening YouTube. I'm making kind of a rushed video because I felt like I'd let you down by not making a video this week. So here is a video. Bandwagon time. I'm making the anti-survey because the main survey, let's face it, that was too mainstream for me. Also, you're going to have to ignore the people if you can hear them in the rest of the house because I can't shut them up without telling them what I'm doing, and I don't really want to tell them what I'm doing. So, question 1. Why aren't you called the other things that you could have been called? I was going to be called Sam, just because my parents thought it was a good name. And when I was born, I hope I'm telling this right, when I was born they knew someone called Sam, who was going away, I think, and they named me Tom, because they thought, well, Tom's a pretty nice bloke, so maybe if we name our son Tom, he will be as nice as he is. And that's why I'm not Sam, as opposed to why I'm not James, which is just... Question 2 is, tell us about your least favourite school teacher. Now, I'm still at school, so I don't think it would be fair to talk about any of the teachers at my current school, or really even my old school, because it didn't feel like very long ago that I left that at all. So, my least favourite teacher at primary school was actually 2 teachers. I had one woman 3 days a week, who I think was called Mrs. Austin, and another woman 2 days a week, who I think was called Mrs. Reed. That's a clothing brand. Anyway, so I had these 2 women, these 2 teachers, and one was very strict, I can't remember which, and one was very relaxed, and it didn't mesh well at all. And I'm pretty sure they were both just cover teachers who'd been roped in because they couldn't find a real teacher. So that was a really bad year, and I was only 6, it was very disorienting. I'd get in one day and it would be, oh, it's her, okay, like that. Question 3 is, what is the most normal food you've ever eaten? I'm going to interpret that as what is the most boring food you've ever eaten, and that is definitely sweet corn. Sweet corn is terrible. It's so boring. Just, it doesn't even serve any digestive purpose. It just goes all the way through and comes back out again, pretty much unchanged. Sorry if that was a bit graphic. Question 4 is, tell us about the most recent gig that you went to. Now, the most recent gig I went to was Radiohead at the O2 last Monday. And in fact I made a video about it, so you can watch that if you want. Here's a bit of that. And now there's an annotation, so that's good. And that was really good, and before that it was Tom Milsom, that was really good. And I met Harry, who's really good and you should be watching him. Before that it was Watsky, who was amazing. Just look into my eyes, look how crazy they are, that's how amazing it was. And before that it was Latitude Festival, in case anyone cares. My first gig, which was a good question as well, so I'm answering that one, was Paramore at Wembley Arena, supported by Yumi at 6, and it was so good. I still love Paramore. Yeah, I do, I still love Paramore. And Yumi at 6, like, oh man, it was so good. I'd go again to that precise gig. I could go on for hours about music, but I'm not going to, maybe I will another day. Question 5. What is your least favourite place in the world? Oh, least favourite place in the world, what do I... Oh, yeah, the sports pitches of this school, of any school really. Sports pitches, rugby field. The rugby fields. Not the rugby fields, any rugby fields. Oh, football, hockey, just not all sport, just those particular team, you know. Oh, it's good for young boys to play these sports. Those kind of sports, the fields of them, they're my least favourite place to be. The 6th and final question is, who would you least like to answer the survey next? Bryarly had it pretty down when she said Alex Day. Ray William Johnson. Mind you, I wouldn't know about it. He could if he wanted. I'd rather he didn't. Just suck the life out of YouTube. My parents? Wouldn't like them to do it. These are definitely not people I'm tagging. I can't tag Ray William Johnson for starters. And people I would like to do it, no one really, because it means you've run out of ideas. And I have. I'm jumping on a bandwagon. I said that already, but it's true. I just felt really guilty that I didn't make you a video. But if anyone watching this would like to make a video about this, don't make it a response to mine, although that would be really flattering. Make it a response to Bryarly's, which mine will be a response to. That is all. Also, you'll never see this room again. I have to move rooms in my boarding house. So this is the last time you'll ever see my room, and probably the last time you'll ever see all this, and I never got to show you what it was, which is sad.